Okay, we have how to prevent phone use. 44% of you say cams in toilets. Okay. So this is a FIDE article. It's, as you see, International Chess Federation, Fédération Internationale des Échecs, Wednesday, August 19th. So this was yesterday. FIDE president address on anti-cheating policies. It's FIDE. It's not FAED. It's FIDE. So okay, so we'll read this article. So this was written by the current president of FIDE, Arkady Dvorkovich. Okay, so let's go through the article. Let me scroll down a little bit just to get it to the right spot. Okay, dear chess friends, or let me scroll this down. Dear chess friends, I believe there is a consensus that computer-assisted cheating is a real plague of contemporary chess. We have already taken strong steps to enhance our efficiency in fighting it, including strengthening analytical tools using detectors and scanners in all official FIDE events, training arbiters, finding a right legal basis, and having a dedicated team to working on these matters. The online chess boom brought new challenges, and although the number of suspicious cases is fairly low, FIDE must act vigorously, sending a clear message to potential violators in order to create a secure environment in our competitions. Okay, so to give you some context, you guys, on this, when we play in over-the-board events these days, due to technology, players are not allowed to wear like a watch, for example. They're not allowed to bring their own pen. And that's sort of the starter. They just scan, basically see if you have electronic devices. So in general, for online competitions, at least very top level, this is always something that has kind of been you know, an issue. But online, of course, is much different than hiding stockfish in a pen. I don't know if it's possible, but I mean, with technology, you never know what is possible. Honestly, you really don't. It's just crazy. All right, so we work together with the leading online chess platforms. We adjusted the algorithms used for online play. Having a lot of data, we sharpened our statistical methods, and in these regards, I'd like to thank Professor Ken Regan, who keeps improving his algorithm, and those who think his method does not work against the so-called smart cheaters, they will be surprised. We must act, and I want to emphasize that FIDE will be ready for the ensuing legal challenges. You can hide an earpiece inside your ears. Well, the thing that I would say in regards to it, though, is statistically speaking, you can look at the model of the best games and the best level of play, and you can do statistical analysis that would show, like, if a 2500 player is suddenly playing at a 2800 level consistently, like, something is wrong. Hide stockfish inside your brain. Totally. So, however, I feel that we need a broad consensus on the measures applied. Below are the main questions we would like to have your opinion on. Number one, our method of detection, although very advanced and ever improving, can't provide 100% confirmation. In many cases, the probability estimated is higher than the one for DNA tests. Wait, let me back up. Wait, what's that saying? It's saying the probability estimated is higher than the one for DNA tests. So are they, wait, if I understand this correctly, this part, are they saying that cheating in chess, that the accuracy or their tests are more accurate than DNA tests? So I thought DNA was 1 in like a trillion or whatever it is. Am I wrong? I mean, I thought DNA was 1 in a trillion. Wasn't like the OJ stuff 1 in a trillion, or am I wrong? Not to be political, you guys, but anyway, jeez, sorry, you guys. Okay, let's. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay, they say in many cases. I don't know what they mean by that. But I don't know. Anyway, in many cases, the probability estimate is higher than the one for DNA tests. Do you believe a statistical algorithm or a combination of those giving close to 100% probability of cheating could stand as sufficient grounds for banning a player? If yes, what odds would you find sufficient? I think this is a very vague question. I don't think there's a clear answer on this, and so I'm not going to do a poll on this one because I think it's very, like, you would have to have more background data. Is it like, are they talking about one game? How do they make sure Magus and I don't cheat? Well, I actually moved the webcam, but I'll show you what my, like, the thing is, there's the webcam which you see right here, but there's also a second camera behind that shows like the screens and everything as well. So it's pretty obvious. Okay, so first one is kind of I don't want to get into that, so let's scroll down. Okay, let's keep scrolling. Okay, so let's keep going. So let's start with number 2 then. Number 2, shall FIDE apply sanctions for alleged online violations to over-the-board play and vice versa? Okay, I don't know 100% context for this, but we're gonna run a poll, you guys. So we're running a poll on the sanctions. So make sure to vote in this. I mean, I have my own opinion that I will talk about. They can't really stop cheating if you really want to. Oh, yes, they can. Yes, they can. Because I can tell you. There's certain moves, for example, if Magnus and I were not playing honestly, there's certain moves that the computer suggested, like B4, for example, yesterday, that are literally impossible. No human would ever play that move. There was B4. There was also some funny idea of Rook G4 in an earlier game of mine. Trust me, there are. They can't know when you went away from the camera a couple of times. I went to piss. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so should sanctions be for OTB and online by FIDE? Show the results on screen. Okay. Maybe I can open this. Okay, so that's what we get. Should sanctions be for OTB and online by FIDE? Yes. Okay, so overwhelming 74%. Yeah, 74%. 21% say I don't know. 5% saying no. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think my attitude towards it is that the biggest issue when it comes to cheating in chess, whether it's online or over the board, is the risk to reward issue. So, you know, if you're talking about top chess players for just play naked, very funny. That doesn't matter, you guys, because it's not about somebody having stockfish on them, you guys. So what I was gonna say is that in general terms, in general terms, you guys. My attitude towards cheating is that there's the risk reward issue. So if someone is like a top chess player, like 2750, I mean, even frankly 2700, and they're playing an event, the risk is not the risk there is that your whole career ends. You will never be able to play tournaments again. You're going to lose your entire profession. So as a top chess player, the risk is vastly higher than a one-off event. Now if you're 2300, however, it's a little bit different because you don't have that career, so to speak of, and therefore the reward can be far higher than the risk is. So I think that's one of the biggest issues, at least with online chess, is how do you balance that adequately, first of all, and then secondly, I think, you know, my attitude is that everybody should have to have 2 webcams. You should have to have at least 1 webcam on you, and then you should have to have another one behind you, off to the side, whatever it is. And if people can't like say they can't have 2 webcams, well then that's just life. You have to have 2 webcams or you can't. So that's what I would say specifically in regards to cheating. And then beyond that, when it comes to apply sanctions, I think if someone is caught cheating, the first penalty should be just ban. It should be a perma-ban or like ban for 5 years, whatever it is. But there should be very little leniency. Is my general general attitude. Okay, so let's move on. Number 3, we're going to do a poll on this one as well. Shall we apply sanctions for alleged violations at platforms' own events and other unofficial online events to official FIDE online events? So they're saying like events on chess.com, chess24, and everything else. What if they are under 15 years old? I mean, I don't know. I think the only way you try to do that is specifically to set a really harsh standard. So okay, let's see what the poll results are for this third one. I guess I'll vote. Should sanctions be for FIDE.chess.com lead chess? I mean, I have my attitude. I'll see what you guys say, and then I'll pop it up in a second. Let's see what they say. Kind of curious. Do your cams have audio? They would have audio, but they turn it off in Zoom. Chess24 turned it off. Okay, so do we have our results? Not quite. Still another 20 seconds, you guys. Excommunicado. What, you guys think this is like John Wick or something? Like, Jesus, you guys. This like what? This is not John Wick. Let's take a deep breath. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's open this. Okay, let's see. What are the results on this one? Should sanctions be for FIDE.chess.com lead chess events? 78% say yes. Wow, so this one gets even higher. 11% say no, 11% say I don't know. Okay, so I mean, I obviously am inclined to agree with the chat. I 100% agree. I think like it has to be every site. I would also say that in general, when it comes to this, like, it should, like, I would say the cheating techniques and or not cheating techniques, sorry, the cheating methods for catching people, the anti-cheating methods and so forth are very, very strong, and I think it should be on every single platform. Oh, did Gary just tweet something? He might have, but I'm not going to open it right now. I'll check a couple tweets later. What is that? What is that tweet? Well, let me just mark that. I just need to mark that tweet so I can open it later, because Gary tweets a lot of stuff. Where is that tweet? I just lost it. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's go back to article. I'll find it later. Okay, next question, you guys. So we did a poll on number 3. Number 4, shall we publish the names of the alleged violators after the very first conviction? Okay, so here's the next poll, you guys. So they're saying, if someone is caught cheating, should the names be publicized? So let's see. What do you guys say on this one? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay. Magnus, someone says Magnus couldn't afford 2 cameras. He had a second camera as well, I'm pretty sure. It was in the contract 100%. Okay, so let's see. Do they look at cheating in normal games or on websites? I think in general, I think they have like AI. I think they're like AIs or not AI, sorry, APIs. Like, I think they're just randomly scan games every so often anyway, period. So okay, so make sure to vote on this, you guys. This is the current poll. Should cheaters' names be published? So I'm kind of curious to see what the end results are. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, what do we have? We have, should cheaters' names be published? And 58% of you say yes after the first incident. 34% say yes after the second or more. 6% say never. 2% say unsure. Okay, interesting. Okay, so again, I kind of am inclined to, I have a very draconian sort of attitude towards this. I feel like the only way you're going to stop it is the only way no, people do not always know, by the way, you guys. When you say that everyone's going to know, I don't think so. I don't think that's true at all. And so what I would say is, I'm of the opinion that yes, if you cheat, your name should be out there, because that's the only way you're going to kind of prevent it. You really have to have a very strong, like, anti-cheating system out there. So I think if you are caught cheating the first time, it should be out there. I mean, because that's the only way you try to. Is that's the only way I think you can try to, is that, like, you know, if someone is going to be publicly shamed, I feel like that is very serious. Like, if you're a local, you know, the local club 2500 dude, and suddenly, like, you're not going to be able to show your face at the club anymore, because they'll be like, oh, that you cheated, like, everyone's going to lose all their respect for you. So I think in a way, yeah, shame. I'm of the opinion that yes. Could it be dangerous? Well, I mean, what I would say, you guys, is that my understanding is that when cheating, when there are people accused of cheating on these online websites, the companies like LeadChess, Chess.com, and so forth, I believe they are willing to back that up in a court of law if someone were to take them to court over that accusation, because I think they believe that they have the stats to prove that the person 100% did cheat. So that's what I would say in general terms. All right, so well, yeah. So, like, Z5M says court of law. Okay, so, you know, let's just say, you know, somebody accuses someone of cheating. The guy's like, I didn't cheat. They're like, okay, well, you're sort of, what's it? You're not demeaning my name, but you're slandering my name. You're slandering my brand and all this other stuff. They'll be like, well, yeah, I'm going to sue you because you're accusing me of cheating when I didn't cheat. And so I think in order for that to be the case, they have the statistical data that they're willing to go to court if someone takes that attitude. Is my defamation? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know everything, but that's what I would say. So let's keep going. Okay. Next one, number 5. Shall the violators be punished retroactively with their prize money, rating, and titles been revoked for some period preceding the verdict? And if yes, how far back should these actions go? Wow. Okay, this is an interesting one. Now I don't know. This is an interesting one. I don't know. I haven't thought about this. I thought I would know the answer to all these or how I felt. I had to think before voting on this one. Okay, so I voted. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I voted. I voted. Let's see what the end results are. I'm kind of curious. You'd have to go to court and prove they were cheating in the past. Well, what I would say, Travis Jeffrey, is so for example, if somebody plays at like a 99% clip in one event of 9 games, but historically online and over the board, they're playing at like 95% accuracy or like 93% accuracy, like you cannot maintain that. Not even Magnus or myself can maintain that. Like even in our matches, you saw like we played great chess overall, but there were some big blunders by both of us. Okay, so let's see if we have. Let's see, what would this be? Let's see. Okay. I feel like a lot of people are going Gura ban the cheers without thinking of the ethics. I mean, it's sticky. Okay, so let's see. What is this one? Should past cheaters be punished? Yes for all past cheating. Yes if within 2 to 3 years. 10% say unsure. 10% also say never. Yeah, I mean, this is a sticky one. This is a very sticky poll. Not poll, sorry, question. My attitude in general terms is I don't know if you should. I mean, I don't even see the point in taking away titles, because like if you take away someone's title, what does that really do if they're already banned? Like I don't really kind of that's why I answer this with unsure, because I think what I would say is I don't think taking away titles or rating really matters, because that's the same as the ban anyway. And then prize money, I mean, maybe if you can make the argument they made prize money in that tournament, I think you could probably like say they have to pay that prize money back. But trying to say take prize money from previous events when there's no guarantee they cheated, I think that's very iffy, up or down. I mean, I think unless the one event they cheated, you could, but I don't think you can go back and try to take prize money. But if it's proven that they cheated in previous tournaments, then I think you would have a case in court for sure. So okay, let's keep going. Number 6, what would you consider a reasonable banning period for first-time violators and for repeat offenders? How strict should the measures be in youth competitions? Okay, so this is like multi-pronged. So okay, let's see. Okay, how long to ban? Okay, so this is kind of yeah. Okay, let's see. I just voted. Let's see. And yes, this isn't a great poll, because it's like multiple questions within the question. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's keep it going. Yeah, I think what we say is how long to ban. Let's just assume this is first-time offenders, I would say. First-time offenders. Let's just assume first time. We can split this up into another poll if you want as well. Yeah, okay, I mean, I think this is like, yeah, let's see. Let's assume this is the first time. Okay. All right. So let's see what are the results? Okay. If you write for Eva, it influences the vote. Okay, you guys are funny. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Okay. All right, let's see. What did we come up with? So I think Forever won, actually, if I'm not mistaken, but let's see. Okay. Forever. So my assumption of the question was that it was first time. You know, I think it's hard. My attitude towards this question, you know, it's very hard, because there's sort of 3 questions in between. My attitude is here's my take on it. I would say first time violators, the ban should be, I think the ban should be 2 years for first time violators. I think second time should be forever. I think you should just be banned forever for the second time. No doubt in my mind on that one. And then in the third part of the question, how strict should the measures be in youth competitions? I mean, I think in youth competitions it's much different. It's very hard. I would probably say in youth competitions it should be maybe, I want to say it should be 6. I mean, I don't know. I want to say it should be a 6-month ban first time. Second time should be like 2 years or something. And then third time just, okay, well, we're going to do a poll on it anyway. So here comes your poll. Here comes your poll. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not going to influence it, but let's see. Let's see. Okay. We still have like 20 seconds, you guys. Make sure to vote. Do they account ban or IP ban for online? I don't know, but I'm talking about like if assuming online chess comes back. I'm referring more to online chess than over the board chess, more so than online chess specifically. Okay. Is this targeted at Hans? Of course it's not targeted at Hans. Why would this be targeted at Hans? Hans doesn't cheat. What are you guys talking about? Okay, let's see. Okay, poll is over. Okay, let's get the results. Let's get some results. Okay, 1 second. Okay, let's see. What do we get? All right. So our results, we end up with 48% saying 1 year, 21% say under 6 months, 18% say until 18. Okay, that's very harsh, because if you're like 9 years old and you cheat, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, for 12% say forever, 2% say 1.5 years. Yeah, like how would you ever cheat over the board chess? The way there was a grandmaster from Latvia who actually cheated over the board at chess, but the way he did it was he would have it was kind of like it was the Godfather style. He had a cell phone instead of, well, like in Godfather it's a gun in the toilet. He had a cell phone in the toilet that he would go look at like when he had to go use the restroom or whatever and whatnot. So anyway, I think 1 year is pretty fair. I think 6 months is fine too. But I think if kids are young, the first time it can't be as harsh. If you're an adult, I think there should be zero tolerance, like just zero tolerance altogether. If you're an adult, because you should know better. How did they catch him? Well, I'll get into that maybe later. Anyway, let's keep going. So next thing is there are many questions, and some of them are related to the moral and legal aspects of the subject. Having a fair and transparent system will require a trusted framework. The worst thing to do would be to ban an innocent player. This is obviously very, very true. Likewise, the reputation of chess in our global chess family could suffer tremendous damage if a tsunami of scandals and court procedures starts to overshadow the exciting environment of international chess competitions. We must be strict but responsible, firm but accountable, and before approving a general policy, we would like to hear your opinions. You may answer the questions raised in this communication, or simply submit your proposals to the following email, anticheating@fide.com. It is going to be a long battle, but I'm sure we will succeed. Okay, I think that's a very good article. Actually, since someone mentioned the chess-based article, I am going to try to find it, since I think a lot of people want some context about the person who got caught cheating. So let me see if I can find the actual article. Okay, let me see. Is this good? Let's see. I think this is good. Let's pop this up. Okay, so here you guys go. This is an article from ChessBase. It's from almost exactly 1 year ago, actually. August 23rd, 2019. Oh, wait, is this... Wait. No, this is not the article. Sorry, this is not the article. Wait 1 second. Let me find the article. That's not the article. Let me find it. Let me find it. 1 second, sorry. Where is it? Let's see. Here we go. Okay, here we go. This is the right article. Okay. Here we go. Okay, an improbable... Well, here we go. 58 years old GM Igors Rausis is accused of cheating. Every once in a while, we hear a story of a chess player who surpasses the established norms and achieves truly something special. At that point, a thought does cross almost every chess fan's mind. Is he for real? This is the case of 58-year-old GM Igors Rausis, who saw a phenomenal surge in his rating that brought him as high as 2686, gaining over 50 ELO points in the last year alone. For a player of his age, Rous's performance was closely scrutinized. Was it just as beating many lower-rated players? Honestly, on July 11th, suspicions of something more nefarious finally gained gravity in the Strasbourg Open in France, where he stands accused of cheating with his mobile phone inside a toilet. Or toilet, I should say. Okay, so let's keep scrolling down. An improbable rise. Okay, let me just move it a little bit down. Improbable rise. A few days ago, there was quite an intense debate taking place on Facebook about the rule of ELO difference between two opponents being limited to 400 points. In chess, even if the rating difference between two opponents is over 1,000 elo points, let's say a 2,700 GM playing a 1,700 rated opponent, the difference is limited to 400 points for the purposes of rating calculations. This discussion was taking place because, as ChessBase has covered before, Igors Rausis, a GM from Latvia and who now plays for the Czech Republic, had gained a massive amount of rating in the last few months, and at the age of 58 years old, had climbed to an ELO of 2686. So they say Igor Rausis, 58-year-old GM, is the oldest player in the top 100 with an ELO of 2686. Okay, so just to give you guys an idea, look at this rating chart. So you'll see in 2003 his rating was right here at 2520, let's just say 2520, 2525. He peaks up here around 2535. He sort of meanders, comes down, gets back up, and then it's right around here. So in 2013 he starts to see the surge, kind of goes up to a little bit over 2550. 2565 comes down, starts making a big run, and then it's specifically right here in 2016 you see this gradual jump, just slowly, steadily going up. I guess I can make it bigger, but it doesn't matter. Where he has a steady upward trend, and then he gets really close to 2,700. This looks like an earnings report or stock, yeah. In 2011, it just clicked for him. You know what I would say for you guys in general terms is there's a certain age limit at which point you're not going to be able to improve much more. So we have a poll as well, which I might pop up. So we had this poll: was it okay for them to film Igor in the wash closet? So let's see. Okay. Let's see. Can we get this? Can we get this one? Okay. I'm sorry. The choices. Oh my gosh. Okay. Say 69% say never. Violates privacy. That makes sense. 20% say yes if he was fully clothed. 10% say yes if clothed or not. Okay, you guys are 10% of you guys need some help. Okay, so my general attitude is that in general I don't think it's okay ever. I agree with that. But I think what happened is I think it was kind of like a sting. They weren't actually filming in the bathroom. They were kind of just waiting for him to go to go to the restroom. You guys stop trying to break me. I don't really feel like laughing. It's not a laughing matter. Okay. So let's keep going down. So the phenomenal rise, you see here he is, this game of 17 points. A lot of weak players, by the way. You'll see he plays like 2200s, scores a perfect 6 out of 6 and a perfect 5 out of 5. So let's keep scrolling down. Okay. So Igor's strategy was to choose weak events and play against players who were rated more than 400 points below him and gained 0.8 elo points per game. In this way, he had gained 17.3 elo points in the last month and moved from 2669 to 2686. So to give you guys an example, theoretically, if I decide, you know what, tomorrow I want to get to 3,000, this of course is completely illegal, so you can't do it, but theoretically I could organize let's just say a 2,000 game match against the local 1,800 at the club here in Santa Monica. And if I beat the guy every single game, I beat him 2,000 games in a row, and I would gain 0.8 points for 2,000 games in a row. So that would be how you get to 3,000 hypothetically. But of course that's not legal, and I would never do that. But the notion is the way he gained his points was just playing someone much lower over and over and over again. Why is it illegal? Well, I mean, it's a joke. You can't do it. You just can't do it. So it's okay to cheat in the wash closet. Is this our poll now? Oh, and by the way, you guys, if I played Hans or Levy, I would not beat them by a high enough percentage. This is the other reason it's suspicious, is because I think even if I played against 2,200 players, I would not win 100% of the time, and I would have to win 100% of the time for my rating to keep going up. What's a wash closet? WC, you guys. Wash closet in Europe. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, make sure to vote in this. It's wash closet, right? Oh wait, it's wash closet in Europe, isn't it? What? Wait, it's. Oh, am I truly stupid? Oh, WC. I thought that meant wash. I thought that meant wash closet. That means water closet. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think we have another poll. Let's open this one. I thought that it just meant wash closet. Okay. 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 All right. So is it okay to cheat in the water closet? Whoa. 50% are being funny. They're saying yes, cheating is great. My right. Yes, all is good in the the water closet. 10% say no, I'm confused. 6% no, but how to prove. This is also a true point. And one of the things that makes it very hard, because of course someone could go a very few times during the game, but during the absolute critical moments. Okay. So let's keep going. Igor's strategy was to choose weak events and play against players who were rated more than 400 points below him and gain 0-point elo points per game. In this way, he had gained 17.3 elo points in the last month and moved from 2669 to 2686. While all the above was controversial behavior from Rausis, it was well within the FIDE rules. However, at the 10th Strasbourg Summer Festival that is being held in France from the 10th to the 14th of July 19th, Rausis allegedly did something which no rule book would approve of. The first prize was just Euros 1,000, and there were no GMs taking part in the tournament apart from Rausis. In fact, he was the top seed by 320 elo points. The second seed was rated just 2365, so big differential. It was clear that Rausis was following the strategy of facing weak opponents and gaining 0.8 elo points from every game. Reaching 2700 elo would have really made FIDE take notice of his rise and do something to fix the rating system. But things didn't reach this stage. Rausis was caught cheating with his mobile phone, Rausis was caught cheating when his mobile phone was found in the toilet by the team of Fair Play Commission headed by Yuri Garrett, working in concert with the tournament's arbiters. Here is what Garrett wrote on Facebook. So let's scroll down. I think you guys see it. FIDE anti-cheating procedures work best in team. The Fair Play Commission has been closely following a player for months thanks to Professor Regan's excellent statistical insights. 1 second, sorry, just getting some water. Then we finally get a chance. A good arbiter does the right thing. He calls the chairman of the Arbiters Commission for advice when he understands something is wrong in his tournament. At this point, the chair of the ARB consults with the secretary of FPC, and a procedure is devised and applied. Trust me, the guy didn't stand a chance from the moment I knew about the incident. FPC knows how to protect chess if given a chance. The final result is finding a phone in the toilet and also finding its owner. Now yes, Pago is kind of right. I don't like the tone of this. It's kind of like, it's a little bit aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. It feels very aggressive, like big bad me. Like I can stop everybody. It feels a little bit aggressive. Anyway, FPC knows how to protect chess if given the chance. The final result is finding a phone in the toilet and also finding its owner. Now, the incident will follow the regular procedure, and a trial will follow to establish what really happened. This is how the anti-cheating works in chess. It's the team of the good guys against those who attempt at our game. Play in our team and help us defend the royal game. Study the anti-cheating regulations, protect your tournament and chess by applying the anti-cheating measures in all international tournaments. Do the right thing, and all cheaters will eventually be defeated. I wish to thank the chief arbiter for doing the right thing, my friend Laurent Frey for alerting me, and FIDE for finally believing in anti-cheating efforts. The fight has just begun, and we will pursue anyone who attempts at our integrity. Now, to be clear, you guys, this guy Yuri Garrett, English is not his first language, so that's why some of the wording is not as precise. And we will pursue anyone who attempts at our integrity. Today was a great day for chess. Okay, this doesn't actually say anything, but I think there was potential court case and legal issues, so that's why specifically there's nothing said. Okay, let's go down. Emil Satovsky, the FIDE Director General, made a post in Russian on its Facebook profile, translated using Google. Breaking. Igors Rausis is caught at the tournament in Strasbourg. Thank you, Yuri Garrett. We have a new poll, by the way, how to prevent phone use. So let's do this poll, and then we'll keep going with the article, you guys. So let's do this poll. Yeah, how to prevent the phone use in the wash closet, right? Why do you have to cheat if he was a real 2500 player? Because his rating got up to nearly 2700, so it's very different. We're not talking solely about like someone increasing by 20 points. We're talking about a rise of nearly 200 rating points, making a big difference. So okay, let's see. Do we have this poll? Okay, what is this poll? Okay, let's see, what is this one? Okay, we have how to prevent phone use. 44% of you say cams in toilets. Okay, don't allow cell phones. Well, you guys, what I would say, well, let me get to that in a second. Let's do the poll. Metal wands before the games, literally no idea. Metal wands at the the water closet doors. Trust the player is 3%. Okay, you guys. So this is a very tricky topic. What I would say, in general terms, is that it's very hard because this was a small event. So when you talk about top-level chess events, like a tournament that I play and Magnus plays in, there are very large prize funds, so the organizers and the organizations, they have additional money to spend on metal detectors, on paying a lot of attention to the players. But when you're looking at a small tournament where the first prize is 1,000 euros, and a metal detectors and all this other technology is going to require a big investment, this is the issue. It's not so much top-level events, it's events where you don't have this sort of funding. That makes it hard. Remove the water closet, problem solved. Right? Yeah. Right. Okay. So let's keep going. Now, you know what else I would say in regards to this? It's really disturbing is that if this guy Igors Rausis had stopped cheating, let's just say he decided to stop playing tournaments, he never would have been caught. He could have stopped, and they would have had no conclusive proof of him actually cheating. Anyway, Emil Satovsky makes this comment. Igors Rausis is caught at the tournament of Strasbourg. Thank you, Yuri Garrett Laurent Frey, who managed to capture the long-suspected player. Thanks to the arbiters of the tournament, who clearly followed all the instructions, Rausis is suspended from the tournament, and all the material will be sent to the Ethics Commission. In parallel, the French police will take part. 10 days ago, I wrote that I don't advise anyone to cheat. Well, no shit, no, you know what. The capture of Rausis is the beginning. FIDE has tightened its attitude towards cheating. Although it is impossible to eliminate cheating, the risk of being caught has significantly increased, and the penalties will be greater. The war against cheating will last for years, and FIDE is in it for the long haul. So did he confess? I'm not actually sure. I'll answer more questions at the end of this. Okay, so 2 important questions. Let's scroll down. There are 2 things for FIDE to think about this incident. What is the penalty for cheating? What is to be done about the 400 ELO points difference rule? When we talk about the penalty, it is important that stringent laws have to be imposed. As a journalist, I was present at the Dubai Open in 2015 when Gauiz Nigalizzi was caught cheating and his phone was found in the toilet. FIDE found in the toilet. That wording is very funny. Sorry. Sorry, that's just very funny. FIDE stripped him of his GM title and imposed a ban of 3 years. The 3 years period has ended, and Nigalizzi can once again start playing chess. Just like how Rausis has beaten so many opponents and won so many rating points before he was caught, Nigalizzi had also won the Al Ain Open in 2014 and went back home richer by $11,000. Okay, so I guess this is the actual proof of the position, which I guess is what he was analyzing in the toilet. You see on the left, you see Bishop F4. I guess his opponent played Rook takes F4. Is how it occurred or something like this. I don't know. At any rate, yeah, this looks like what he was calculating. All right, so let's keep going. For the 400 point difference rule, it's fine if you face 1 or 2 opponents with that difference in a tournament or a rating period, but if you're facing lower rated opponents on a consistent basis, then something should be done about it. One of the events that comes to my mind is the Colombo Open in 2015 when Li Xiaobi, with a rating of 2693, was the top seed. He faced all opponents who were rated 400 points below him and gained 5.6 ELO points and moved to 2699 on the ELO scale. So now you'll see this chart. Li Xiaobi, he played the Colombo Open in Sri Lanka, and his opponents 1405, 1700, 19, 21, 23, 22, and 1900. So he won. He beat everybody, perfectly fair, nothing going on, and gained 6 rating points. Now, I would also give you guys a comparable performance. So let me pop this up. I think I can pull this up. Let's see. Maybe FIDE makes you pay. Let's see if I can pull this up. Okay. Because I'm going to actually take a look at my own rating, because I played a tournament which is the same thing as well. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Individual calculations. Okay, so let's pop myself up here. Or wait, where am I? There we go. I'm up here. Okay, so let's go back. So what years was that? Let me think. Okay, let me see. I think, what year was this? This was before I went to college. So let me see. Let's see. Is it this one? Let me click on this July period. No, that's not right. Okay, so maybe it was after college. What year was it? 1 second. Okay, maybe it's this period. 1 second, you guys. I'm trying to show you guys an example. No, it's not here. Just bear with me, you guys. I'm trying to show you something specific. And it's not like there's anything going on, but there is an example I want to give you guys. Okay, so it was not in 2005. By the way, since I just did click on 2005, big shout out. You see annual annual HB Global Chess Challenge right here listed, you guys. Speaking of streamers, this HB Global Challenge was the last official professional tournament that none other than Zalay, the famous Hearthstone streamer, competed in. So Zalay competed in the same tournament in 2005, the annual HB Global Chess Challenge. But I'm trying to find something specific, so give me 1 second, you guys. Go way back. Where is it? October 2005, maybe? Let me see. No, this is what I just clicked on. It wasn't October. What year was it? Maybe it's after college. Let me see. Let's see if it was 2008. 1 second. I'm trying to... Yes. Okay. So I'll give you guys an example. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to take a look at my rating chart from 2008. So in 2008, I played in the Japan League. So this was an open tournament. It was, I believe, 7. I guess it was 6 rounds. It was 6 rounds. And so when you look at my graph, you'll see that I won all 6 games against 6 Japanese players. And I gained, what did I gain? What did I gain for ranking points? I gained, total change was 6.60. So I gained 1.1 points for every single player here. You see how I gained 1.1? So it's the same situation where I played a tournament, and I gained 6.6 points. Now, this is not through me like smurfing or anything like that, but I was invited. They paid me a good chunk of change to go compete in this event, and it was in Tokyo, and I played this event 4 years in a row. I won it every single year. So Japan, I must say, is the only place that I've played where I have a perfect record. My record in Japan is a very stout 24-0. I won this tournament 4 years in a row, scoring 6 out of 6. So like, Japan is the only place that I've ever played where I have a perfect record. Pago flexing. Yeah, so, but again, you guys, the point is that, like, it's not like, this is not like trying to smurf or do it. They gave me good money. I went, played the tournament, and did well. Just moved to Japan, right? Just moved to Japan. Right, exactly. So this is kind of the issue that when we get back to the article now that makes it tricky, is like, people do have these opportunities to go compete, like in Sri Lanka or Japan, a lot of these exotic tournaments, and kind of perform really, really well. So as we see, they say, of course, Li Chao proved before and even after the event that he is a world-class player by fighting against the best players in the world and pumping his ratings beyond 2750. But if someone decides to play around with the rules and does something like this on a regular basis, he would not be cheating, as he is within the laws of FIDE. Hence, it is important to take this into consideration and bring about a change. As for Rausis' case, the FIDE Ethics Commission will take up the case and be the ultimate arbiter as to his guilt and sanction. So I guess that's kind of the question. Like, it's a tricky article, and I don't know if Rausis... No, this isn't about cheating. It's that it's a tricky situation where there are events like this, specifically. So I don't know what the solution is to this, but it's a very tricky and dicey kind of thing. But yeah, what is the point of the 400 rule existing? Well, I think the point is that if someone is 1,000 points below you, they should just count as a certain rating, because at 400 point differential, you're going to win probably 99.7% of the games, I think, or something like that. Against him. I do not know Rausis, no, but I do think he admitted cheating and he was officially banned. Let me see, because this article is 1 year ago, so let me just see. Let's see. Let's pull this up. Okay, well, now I'll pull this up very briefly. I think you guys will see this. Here we go. So here you guys go. Here you see the article. So this was the conclusion of the case, which is that the Ethics Commission, you see the Grandmaster title is blocked, and then there's a whole bunch of fine print below his official FIDE rating card. And they say, Rausis loses GM title, gets a 6-year ban for phone cheating. So yeah. So basically, he ended up getting banned for 6 years based off of the cheating. Yeah, 2686 is no joke. That is very high considering where his rating was at. So that was the conclusion of that case, and I think it's very valid and it makes a lot of sense. It should be lifetime. The guy's 58 years old. I don't know, but 6 years is basically a lifetime ban. But there are other examples of people who are much younger where you have this happening, and I don't know, but yeah, it's just tricky. It's just tricky.